Welcome. How you loving? How you loving? How you loving YouTube? Welcome to A Course in Miracles, the text discussion. Welcome. I'm Reverend Valerie Love. Oh my goodness. I'm a little behind time today, but like they say, a wizard is never late, a witch is never late. And so it's always perfect divine timing. Welcome. So happy you're here. Let's begin. Deep breath. Remembering who you are as a divine being and telling yourself, I am spirit. Breathe. Being present in this right now moment. Not allowing the mind to jump ahead to the future, or to languish in the past. Be here now. Great Spirit, the One, the Almighty, all-knowing, all-wise, all-powerful source from which we all emerge as emanations of the One. In this wondrous space of healing, of revelation, of insight, ahas, epiphanies, of gathering together daily in our global community for ascension and evolution, we give thanks for this right now moment. We give thanks for this beautiful challenge that we're in to read A Course in Miracles, the text, and apply it practically to every area of our lives for radical evolution, transformation, ascension, up level. We give thanks for the course. We give thanks for all we've learned through the lessons and the text. Take over, Holy Spirit. Amen. Breathe. Breathe and allow. Breathe and allow. Now, opening our eyes, we give attention to A Course in Miracles, the text. Welcome! Welcome. Now, I am going to grab the remote to the air conditioning because the air conditioning is not on and it's a little toasty, roasty, toasty here in my house in Mexico. It's a little roasty, toasty. So give me a moment. Give me a moment. And let me get myself together. Let me clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Oh my goodness, why do these random things come to our minds? Anywho, let's begin. Harmony and I were discussing with Lake Princess and our family that's on Clubhouse. We were talking about the course that we have and how much fun we're having in the course and how much fun we're having in creating with Amazon influencers. So we're going to go on screen share. And as we go on screen share, a couple of things we're going to share with you as we hop into A Course in Miracles today. The first thing that I want to share with you is go to valerielove.com. And when you go there, go to resources, ACIM. So if you ever come online and you don't see us at 4 p.m. Eastern time, like clockwork, just pop on over to valerielove.com/ACIM, because if we're away on retreat or something is happening, that's where it will go. The update will go on valerielove.com, and of course on our socials. It will go on valerielove.com/ACIM, so that the family, you, all of us in the family, will always know what's going on. Smash up the like, smash that like button, baby. Smash that share button, and remember to subscribe. Share, share, share. Sharing is caring. We love it. We love when you share. And now we are going to delve into the course. Now that you know where to find us, and when you go to valerielove.com, you're also going to see there that we're on Monday through Friday, and you're also going to find out where we are. You're going to find out where to buy the book. So go ahead and buy A Course in Miracles. I don't get paid at all for you buying A Course in Miracles. Actually, if you do buy it on Amazon, that is my affiliate link. So, and I state that it's an affiliate link. Whenever you're using an affiliate link, it's always stated. So if you choose to use the affiliate link on my website to buy A Course in Miracles, because when I went to the ACIM.org website, I noticed that currently there were some physical copies that were not available for purchase, and they were directing people from ACIM.org to Amazon. So since I have an Amazon account, an Amazon influencers account, that is an affiliate link. So if you choose to use that link, we'd be so thankful, because that supports all the work that we do in doing the free work for the whole world. We want the whole world to ascend and the whole world to be in peace. Wow, what a delicious intention. Peace to the world, the entire world. All right. Also, coming up very soon is the workbook and journal. So you'll be able to get the workbook and the journal for ACIM. I'm working on it right now. And that is going to be a very specific workbook that you can use for not only the course lessons, you can also use it for the text. So that will be ready for you very soon. I'm putting the finishing touches on that. Then when you get to down here on this part of the page, you will see where we are live each day at 4 p.m. So, and we've got to change this up, because now we're not in the Soul Excursions Club on Clubhouse. We are in the KAISI house on Clubhouse, because this house has over 1,000 members, and we're going to figure out how to get all 1,000 of them in the room. That's what we're going to figure out. So, and it's also on the Valerie Love YouTube channel and Reverend Valerie Love Facebook. Let us continue with where we were yesterday. We are looking at our table of contents so that we always know exactly where we are. We are in the text, chapter 1, section 3, atonement, at-one-ment, and miracles. Yesterday, we completed most of this chapter, except that now we finished this paragraph 6, which was a profound paragraph. And if you were not here yesterday or for day 7, go to day 7, because day 7 was profound. Profound. One thing I have to say is that witches are extremely practical. If there's something wrong with your toe, a witch is going to help you get rid of the problem with your toe. If you have a problem with your money, the witch will help you get rid of the problem with your money. The witches tend to very practical things in the third dimension. And that revelation came to me the other day, because I like to deal in practical spirituality. I love esoteric. I love high-level spiritual concepts. Yet if I cannot use it in the supermarket, if we can't use it on the highway, if we can't use it in the bathtub, if we can't use it in the bedroom with our boo, what is it for? It doesn't have earthly good. And what we know is that spiritual principles have extreme earthly good. So we need to apply, or we get to, no need, we get to, thank you for correcting my speaking, Holy Spirit, we get to, if we want to, voluntarily apply the high spiritual esoteric concepts to our very everyday, very practical matters of everyday life, like how we eat and live and breathe and move, and who we relate with, in our businesses and our homes and vehicles, and all of the things that are on the third dimension. We get to bring heaven down to earth. So we've got to make the course practical. Otherwise, it just sounds like some great highfalutin spiritual esoteric science that sounds great, but I can't use it when I go to the office. The course is very usable. That's probably why I love it, because I'm a witch. I'm very practical. And how can we cure this illness? How can we cure this issue with finances? How can you heal your mind? How can you help your kids grow up better? Like, let's be very practical about things. We have things, matters to handle. And so the course is very practical. Here we are at paragraph 7. We are still on miracles. Miracles. What is a miracle? A miracle is an expression of love. Miracles arise from a mind that is ready for them. Boom. Let's say that again. Miracles arise from a mind. All is mind. The laws of the universe, the 7 Hermetic laws, as taught by Hermes Trismegistus, also known as Tahat or Tehuti or Jehuti. Many ways of saying the same name of this cosmic force that we know of as wisdom, magic, right? In Egypt, where we just came from a few months ago and where I got to stay for 30 days last year, we know that there is a cosmic force called thought, or Tahat is how you would say it, more like how the Egyptians would say it. Something's happening with little lady. So, and there is another way of saying it, Tehuti or Jehuti. Well, Tahat, or thought, stands for what? It stands for wisdom, the sciences, magic, writing, arithmetic. These are all attributed to Tahat. Now, this same being brought us, the Greeks called it, the Greco-Roman people called it Hermes, the winged messenger, messenger of the gods. Because when people met up, when they went conquering around to nations and they met up with gods, they were like, hey, maybe some of your gods match some of our gods. And they always found matches. It's beautiful. So they matched him up, this Tahat. They matched it with Hermes, because they're like, oh, wait a minute, we have a god like that. And it gets conflated over time. Well, this, what I call a cosmic force, which is what I call gods and goddesses, they're cosmic forces that stand for something. They are principles of the great one mind. And taught us 7 laws of the universe, of which number 1, which we teach in mystery school, Christian Witches Mystery School, of which number 1 is all is mind. All is mind. The universe is mental. So whether that resonates for you or not, I find it to be a very great framework, because then it has me always checking my mind to see what role my mind is playing in my current life experience so I can change my mind. Well, here Christ is telling us the same thing. Christ is speaking to us in the text, and Christ is saying that miracles arise from a mind that is ready for them. So that would mean that miracles begin in the mind. By being united, this mind goes out to everyone, even without the awareness of the miracle worker himself. You're a miracle worker. You're not even aware that your mind, being in the at one mint, your mind is going out and reaching everyone. You're simply sitting there having a latte like I was today, and the mind is going out to everyone, extending. As our source does, it extends. Your mind is extending to the minds around you, and it doesn't even have to have your own awareness. You're a miracle worker. You have a mind that is united. You have a mind that is in oneness. You have a mind that does not see otherness. The impersonal nature of miracles is because the at one mint itself is one, uniting all creations with their creator. That's why it's impersonal, because in the divine mind, there are no persons. That bears saying again, so I can hear it again. Spirit, thank you. In divine mind, they're not distinct, different persons. There's the whole, the all. Doesn't mean that God itself is not paying attention to you. Of course, God is paying attention to you. God is you, and you are the source. You are source. Your own higher self is the real you. It's saying that miracles are impersonal. They don't need to be specific like revelation is specific. as an expression of what you truly are. The miracle places the mind in a state of grace. Remember, we said day before yesterday that I am spirit and spirit exists forever in a state of grace. Therefore, I exist forever in a state of grace. We said that together 3 to 4 times. You can say it again now if you desire. That spirit, I am spirit. A spirit exists in a state of grace forever. Therefore, I exist in a state of grace forever. And what this is saying is that because you're in a state of grace forever, an expression of what you truly are, the miracle places the mind in a state of grace. And you exist in a state of grace forever. The mind then naturally welcomes the host within and the stranger without. Is that profound? Look at this. The mind, we're talking about a mind that is ready for miracles, miracle mindedness. We're talking about a mind that is in the at one-ment because it has forgiven, it has been washed clean. It's not holding on to things from third grade, from Black people, from Jewish people, from Islamic people, from this kind of people. They did this to me, that did that to me. This person left me, this person abandoned me, mama drama, papa drama. That mind has forgiven all of that. Therefore, it's in the at one-ment. And the only purpose of that mind, the profession of that mind has a profession, is to bring everyone into the at one-ment, not by going out and proselytizing the at one-ment, not by preaching to people, simply by being in the at one-ment, because without awareness of the miracle worker, that mind is extending to all minds around it without conscious awareness of the miracle worker. Isn't that incredible? So what is this mind doing? This is why it's so profound and so powerful when you forgive anything. I just made a whole series yesterday. Yesterday? Yes, I think I filmed it yesterday or the day before. We've had a lot of days. Today's Thursday. It was yesterday I filmed it. That forgiveness, ho'oponoponoing yourself, ho'oponopono, ho'oponopono is, or ho'oponopono, however you like to say it, is an ancient Hawaiian healing modality that uses love, forgiveness, and thankfulness or gratitude to put us in a state of grace. A state of grace forgives and lets go of the things that was wrong with us. The state of grace is not weighed down. A state of grace glides. A state of grace is in divine flow. And so this mind naturally welcomes the host within. Host, capital H, host. This mind is not in super busyness. This mind is not in super judgment. This mind is not in anger. This mind is not in fear of everything and everyone, including his own shadow. This mind is not in any of those energies. This mind is existing in a state of grace forever. This mind is extending to all of the minds around it because we are one. This mind is forgiven. It is in the at one-ment. This mind is a mind that is ready for miracles. This mind welcomes the host within. The host within, God, and the stranger without, seeing no distinction between the two. There is no distinction between the host within, capital H, and the stranger without. That's how we can travel all over the world. Harmony can tell you everywhere we go, all over the world, we have friends. We haven't met any strangers yet in soul excursions. All the wait staff that help us are friends. All the people who welcome us into the hotels, the Airbnbs, the resorts are friends. All the people who take care of us on airplanes and everywhere else are friends. We don't meet strangers. That's how we roll. We don't meet strangers. So everywhere we go, we are welcoming, quote unquote, the stranger without. When you bring in the stranger, he becomes your brother. So everyone is our brother. Everyone is our sister. Everyone is one, some aspect of self. This is what we ask you to deepen into when you come with us on retreats, when you come with us to Bali or to Thailand or to India or Hong Kong, China, or when you decide, if you decide to come with us to Miami next month, Peru, wherever we are going, and whatever you see at the website at the time that you're watching this, you could be watching this 10 years from now, and maybe we're going to Bangladesh, or I don't know where we're going. If you're watching this 10 years from now, you just go to valerielove.com/global-events, and you'll see where we're going. Yet, the important thing to understand about this is it doesn't matter where you go. There are no strangers. There are only your brothers and sisters. There are no strangers. So remember, this mind is not in fear because this mind is in oneness. Therefore, it doesn't see an enemy or a possibility of attack. So if we marry the text with the lessons always tell us the ego thinks it's going to get attacked. So it puts up a defense, or it attacks first, or it does both. It puts up a defense and it attacks. We see this all over the world. And the peaceful mind, the mind that is in the at-one-ment, the mind that understands and knows its source, the mind that is miracle-minded and ready, does not operate that way. It simply does not. Let's breathe. We're going to pause here and pick up tomorrow on paragraph 8, because this paragraph, we cannot rush through the text. You can't do it. You can't do it. You cannot. You know, I love to teach and I love to work with our people and to encourage and to share and to serve and support. I love that. And one thing that's common to all the people that I've worked with over the years, we want it sooner than how we are getting it. It's probably because that's me. I'm seeing myself. I want it sooner than how I'm getting it. But what if it takes 11 years for you to get a certain revelation, yet when you get it, you have it forever? That's what spiritual practice is. Spiritual practice is just continuing. It's start and it's continuing. And on the spiritual path, things are not fast. They're instantaneous because they're in the moment. Yet, if you were to ask, how does my spiritual path unfold? A word that we would use would not be fast. It's not microwave. That's why they say it took 2,000 lifetimes for Christ to become, for Yeshua to be born. He had 2,000 lives before he became Yeshua the Christ. That's what some say, and it sounded like if we're doing lifetimes over and over and over again, that would make sense. So it's not going to be fast, yet if you stick with it, oh, it's going to be radical. It's going to be delicious. I can promise you that. Yet it's probably not going to be fast, and it's probably going to be slower than what you want it to be. It is what it is, right? It's probably going to take longer than what you want. Story. You may have heard me tell this story before. So there was this student of a master teacher, and the master teacher lived in one part of China, way in the south, and the student lived hundreds of miles away from the master, and you had to travel by horse. And it took about 3 days or so for the student to travel to the master. So they would send letters to each other back and forth. So this student had been studying with the master for many, 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 many years. And the master was teaching this student not to be driven by the 8 winds. Do we know what the 8 winds are? We're going to pull up the 8 winds. You've heard me tell this story many times. What are the 8 winds? Okay, let's look at the 8 winds. I'm going to bring them up. Let me bring up a nice short visual of the 8 winds so that we will no longer, we won't. Okay, here are the 8 winds. Okay, Let's go with this one right here. This is a good explanation of the 8 winds. Okay, so some of the winds are favorable winds. You're being blown about by these 8 winds. Some of these 8 winds are favorable, and some of them are unfavorable, according to what we would judge them to be. Okay, so let's look at the 8 winds. We're going to go on screen share. And let's look at these 8 winds. Here they are. Prosperity and decline. So on the favorable side, you have prosperity, gaining wealth and social status, fulfilling one's desires. That's prosperity. Yay, it's going up. And on the other side, you have decline, which is the opposite of prosperity. You're losing things, you're going down, it's not looking good. Okay, on one hand, those are 2 of the 8 winds. The next 2, honor, to receive great respect from others, and such persons will always like to be honored. You're being honored, you're being celebrated, you're being rewarded, you're being public acclaimed. Censure, on the other hand, to talk ill or to criticize someone behind their back. People are talking about you, they don't like you, you got haters on social media. That's the next 2 winds. Third, fourth, fifth, and sixth winds. Praise, to receive good comments about oneself in one's presence. Okay. Disgrace, to speak unpleasant words that hurt others. And pleasure and suffering are the last of the 8 winds. Pleasure, you're enjoying yourself, enjoyment. Suffering, your body and mind are weak or in pain. Suffering. So these are the 8 winds, and they're different. If you look up the 8 winds, there are different experiences of the 8 winds. So you see here, gain and loss, pleasure and pain, praise and blame, prestige and disgrace. The 8 winds. So the teacher was seeking to get, yes, Denelzia, the 8 winds. So the teacher, can you bring the template down some to include the title? Oh, yes, let me do that, Denelzia, so you can do a screenshot. Because let me tell you something, Denelzia is the, if the zombie apocalypse gets us, we'll just go to Denelzia's notes. If something ever happened to YouTube, and she will have everything in the notes, because Denelzia don't miss a thing, okay? There's the 8 winds, so you can screenshot it and then clip the picture down a little, and you have the 8 winds. Okay, everyone screenshot it. The 8 winds. Now, okay, you got it? Okay, family. Okay, so now the teacher was seeking to get the student to not be blown around by the 8 winds. Somebody say something to your face you don't like, you're mad, right? Yes, ma'am. Okay, you're welcome, Denelzia. You know, somebody say something you don't like, yeah, you're all up in arms. Somebody talking, you find out you got a hater online, you get triggered. Your money is going up. Yay, you're happy. It's pulling you one way. Your money is going down. Yay, you're sad. It's pulling you the other way. See, we're constantly being bombarded and pulled in all these 8 different directions. Oh, I got a pain in my foot. Oh, I got a pain in my mind. Oh, I got a pain in the heart, heartbreak. These 8 winds keep pulling people. They're pulling people in all these different directions, and you're not in peace. And so the teacher was supporting the student, the mentee, in not being blown about by the 8 winds. So after many, many, many years of studying with the teacher and going to visit the teacher in meditation, years and years and years and years, many years passed. And the student woke up one morning and was like, wow, I feel so free. This is amazing. I have to tell my teacher how free I feel, that I'm no longer blown by the 8 winds. I feel so free. All my years of work, hard work of meditation and listening to the teacher and study and practice have paid off. I'm no longer blown by the 8 winds. Let me send a letter to my teacher. And he pens a letter, and he's so proud of himself. And he tells the teacher, I just owe so much to you because you've taught me so much. And over all these years, and finally, I feel like I'm just not blown by the 8 winds anymore. I'm so thankful. And he gives it to the writer, and the writer goes for days to the teacher. The teacher gets the letter, reads the letter, sets it aside, doesn't answer him for a while. Then one day the teacher picks up the letter and writes on it, fart, fart, wraps it up like a letter, gives it to the writer, says, take this to the student. The many days later, weeks later, the student gets the letter. Oh, this is a response from my teacher. Yay, my teacher sent me the letter. So he gets the letter and he opens it up, and it's the letter that he wrote to the teacher, except on the front of it, it says, written all over, it says fart, fart. He's like, what is happening? He doesn't understand. He can't believe it. He's confused. He's like, what is this? I don't know what to say about my teacher. My teacher is, what is going on with my teacher? You know what? I'm going to go there. And so he decides that he's going to go see the teacher and have a discussion about this. Like, you're making fun of me because I'm finally elevated to what you told me I should be elevated to. And you're telling me fart, fart. Like, what is the meaning of this? Are you playing a joke on me? Blah, 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 blah. So he gets himself ready. He tells him, get his stuff ready. He's going to go see his teacher. So he rides for days and days and days. He gets to the teacher and he says, teacher, and he has the letter. Teacher, what is going on? You sent me this letter, my own letter back with fart, fart on it. What is happening? And the teacher looked at him and said, you're no longer blown by the 8 winds, huh? He said, no, I'm no longer blown by the 8 winds. He said, but 2 farts blew you all the way down here. Boo, you still blown by the 8 winds. So as long as I have a body, I'm probably being blown by the 8 winds. What still gets to you? What have you still not accomplished? What's still the inner chatter? What's still the heartbreak? What's still the abandonment? What's still the lack? What's still the unfulfillment? What's still the unmet dreams, unexpressed potential? Let's not fool ourselves and let's not be in denial. We're still being blown by the 8 winds somehow, some way. That's why I'm here every day to peer into A Course in Miracles so that I cannot be blown by the 8 winds, so that I can be the full expression of the God self that I'm created to be. And I invite you into that if that's why you're here as well. Or for whatever reason you're here for, I'm just happy you're here. God bless you. I love you. Hop with us on the, oh, thank you so much, Pat. My artwork here in my living room. Thank you so much. I call them the Watchers. I call these two the Watchers. I love these 2 women. I love them. I love them. I love them. All right, family. I love you, Botanical Brother. I love you. I love you, Courtney. How you loving? Cheryl, everyone here. I love you. And we'll see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Right now, we'll be in our discussion on Clubhouse in the KAISI house. Mwah! Peace. Love you.